The Japanese Prime Minister, beg your pardon, Kishida has announced that the wastewater release from the damaged Fukushima nuclear plant will begin on Thursday. Japan says the discharge of treated radioactive water is safe. This comes despite opposition from local fishing communities and neighboring nations.
We will request TEPCO to promptly prepare for the start of oceanic discharge based on the plan approved by the Nuclear Regulation Authority, with discharge expected to be August 24th, if the weather and sea conditions do not hinder it.
The Fukushima nuclear plant suffered huge damages during the massive earthquake in 2011. Following this, the plant's operator collected around 1.34 million tons of water that was used to cool the reactors. 1.34 million tons is equal to the amount of water in 500 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Japan now seeks to get rid of the water by releasing it gradually into the ocean. The UN Atomic Agency has also backed Japan's plans. The agency says that the release will have a negligible radioactive impact on people and the environment. Japan has assured that the water has been diluted and filtered to remove almost all radioactive substances from it. However, environmental group Greenpeace has said the filtration process is flawed and that an immense quantity of radioactive material will be dispersed into the sea over the coming decades. The Japanese fishing organizations have also raised concerns. Prime Minister Kishida has pledged support for the country's fishing industry. Meanwhile, Japan's neighbors have also shown criticism. Many in South Korea have protested against the decision. However, the government has now announced it sees no scientific problem with Japan's plan. But China has accused Japan of arbitrarily dumping nuclear contaminated Fukushima water. It took action even before the release by banning Japanese imports. Hong Kong, an important market for Japanese seafood exports, has announced to immediately activate import curbs on some Japanese food products. These reactions from neighboring nations could turn the issue into a political and diplomatic concern for Japan. And for more on this, our correspondent Chris Gilbert has sent us this report from Tokyo. Listen in.
Well, after 10 years of planning, the government and TEPCO, the company that ran the Fukushima nuclear power plant, are finally set to discharge more than 1 million tons of radioactive but treated wastewater into the Pacific Ocean. The process is already underway. The first shafts and tanks of the discharge facility have been filled with tritiated water, this water which has been treated but which contains one isotope called tritium, which cannot be separated from water. It will be diluted down to a fraction of its concentration and discharged very slowly into the Pacific Ocean, starting, the plans are for it to start from August 24th, this coming Thursday. There is ongoing opposition to this plan, which is going to take 30 or 40 years to complete, from the Pacific Island Forum, from opposition in South Korea, but specifically from China. Opponents there are saying that if the water is so safe, they're calling on politicians in Tokyo to go and drink it or maybe discharge it into Tokyo Bay.